As an older adult, have you ever wondered why, even though you eat fairly well, your legs still feel weaker, climbing stairs becomes slower, and you lose balance more easily? The surprising thing is the cause does not only lie in age, but also in the way we choose foods every day. For decades, cheese has often been labeled as fattening, harmful to blood vessels, but recent studies reveal another perspective. If you choose the right types of fermented cheese, people over 60 can add a source of high-quality protein, calcium, along with beneficial milk peptides, helping muscles become stronger and maintain flexibility. In fact, by simply adding 3 suitable types of cheese into the daily diet, combined with a few simple strength exercises at home, you can completely regain the strength you thought was lost. The question is, are you ready to dedicate 8 weeks to test this for yourself? In today's video, Health Journey will join you in exploring 3 types of cheese worth considering, how to combine them with main meals, the best timing around workouts to maximize results, as well as specific safety notes for older adults with underlying conditions such as hypertension, dyslipidemia, or prediabetes. Stay until the end because you will receive a 14-day application schedule along with extremely simple at-home strength self-assessment tests. Muscles gradually weakening after the age of 60 is not only due to aging, but mainly because the body responds less effectively to protein. Once entering middle age, the hormones that support muscle building decrease, the stomach secretes less acid, and the speed of protein digestion and absorption also slows down. This means, with the same meal, older adults receive a weaker muscle-building signal compared to younger people. At this point, leucine, an important amino acid in the BCAA group, plays the role of a switch that turns on the muscle-building machine. If the amount of leucine in the meal is insufficient, the body can hardly initiate the process of maintaining muscle mass. This is also the reason why cheese and milk stand out from many plant sources, because they are rich in leucine, have a complete amino acid profile, and are easy to digest thanks to whey and casein, helping muscles receive the command quickly. Another important factor is timing. Muscles need protein most in the morning after a long night without food and right after exercise. If you only drink coffee and eat pastries to get through breakfast, muscles will not receive the building signal, causing muscle loss to accelerate. A practical and safe way is to distribute 25-30 g of quality protein evenly across each main meal, especially not skipping breakfast and the meal after exercise. A common mistake in people over 60 is the eating pattern of light breakfast, skimpy lunch, heavy dinner. This causes energy to be concentrated when the body needs it least, while throughout the day muscles lack the raw materials to maintain themselves. A typical example: breakfast with only white bread and jam, lunch with a thin soup, and dinner with lots of rice but little protein. After a few months, the feeling of weakness when standing up or sitting down becomes obvious. Many also overly restrict animal protein for fear of cholesterol, unintentionally cutting off an effective protein source. The solution is not elimination but proper selection, using low-salt cheese or milk combined with vegetables and light exercise. On the other hand, replacing them with pseudo-healthy products such as sweetened nut milk, cheap protein powders, or processed foods only makes the body more deficient in leucine, unable to improve the condition of muscle loss. Once you clearly understand why people over 60 need to focus on protein to maintain muscle, the next question is, what to eat every day that is convenient, tasty, and not heavy on the stomach? Among the options, cheese stands out because it is easy to chew, easy to digest, and provides concentrated protein in a small portion. Compared with red meat or poultry, many older adults find cheese gentler. It causes less bloating, less indigestion, yet still provides both protein and calcium. A practical advantage is that only 80-120 g of cheese is enough to turn into a protein-rich snack, very suitable for breakfast or right after exercise, the 2 golden times to activate muscles. Among the dozens of cheese varieties on the shelf, there are 3 top candidates for older adults: cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta. Cottage cheese is rich in protein, low in fat, moist and soft so it is easy to eat, and most people who are lactose intolerant can still use it if portions are divided small. Parmesan is highly concentrated in nutrients, almost lactose-free, and just a small amount can boost protein and calcium intake, making it very suitable for those who eat little but want to pack in the benefits. Ricotta, on the other hand, contains a lot of a fast-digesting protein rich in leucine, extremely suitable when you want to wake up muscles in the morning or after exercise. This trio nearly covers all needs: energy control cottage, increasing nutrient density in small portions Parmesan, and optimizing the muscle-building signal ricotta. Among the three types of cheese just mentioned, the most accessible choice for people over 60 is cottage cheese, a food that is both soft, light on the stomach, and still rich in nutrients. The strength of cottage lies in the fact that you do not need to eat much but can still achieve the required amount of protein. Just one 150 g serving of low-fat cottage provides about 20-24 g of protein, of which nearly 2 g is leucine, enough to activate the muscle-building mechanism that gradually weakens after middle age. The total energy is only about 120-150 kcal, making it very suitable for those who want to maintain weight, avoid belly fat, but still need to protect muscle. In particular, most of the protein in cottage belongs to the casein group, which is released slowly over 6-8 hours, thereby maintaining a stable amino acid flow, reducing muscle loss between meals, something that often occurs in older adults. The optimal use revolves around 2 golden times. In the morning, consume 150-200 g of cottage within 1 hour after waking up to wake up the body after a long night without protein. In the evening, take 100-150 g 60-90 minutes before bed to nourish muscles throughout sleep. Limiting muscle breakdown. If you have acid reflux, only eat about 100 g and take it earlier for easier digestion. When choosing products, it is best to prioritize the plain type, no sugar, reduced sodium if you need to control blood pressure. People who are lactose intolerant can choose lactose-free cottage for more safety. For those with chronic kidney disease, portions should be smaller, 80-100 g per serving, and strictly follow the doctor's instructions. To make it easier to maintain long-term, turn cottage into a versatile ingredient. A quick breakfast can be cottage mixed with blueberries and a spoonful of chia seeds. If you want a convenient drink, blend 120 g of cottage with half a banana and unsweetened almond milk for a rich, low-sugar smoothie still packed with protein. For savory dishes, mix cottage with cucumber, tomatoes, herbs, and olive oil to make a salad that is both light and filling. Or more simply, spread cottage on a slice of whole grain bread, add a few dill or thyme leaves, and you immediately have a post-exercise snack. The overall goal is that in each main meal or around workout sessions, older adults should reach 20-30 g of quality protein. With cottage cheese soft, easy to eat, low in calories but rich in leucine, this is not only achievable but also easy to maintain daily, helping muscles stay strong, energy stable, and the mind sharper in old age. After making use of cottage cheese to unlock the anabolic process in the morning and before sleep, the next noteworthy choice for people over 60 is Parmesan, the aged cheese that adds dense nutrition in a small portion. The greatest strength of Parmesan lies in its protein and calcium density. Just 28 g/1 Oz, contains about 10 g of protein and nearly 300 mg of calcium, with almost no lactose. So even older adults sensitive to dairy can tolerate it easily. The aging process of at least 24 months not only enriches the flavor, but also predigests part of the protein into smaller fragments, making it far easier to digest compared to eating a piece of meat with the same protein content. Calcium in Parmesan has a dual role. It is needed for muscle contraction and nerve transmission, while also maintaining bone density when paired with vitamin D and light physical activity. In terms of protein, Parmesan is not a main dish, but rather an effective enhancer. Just a small sprinkle added to meals can provide leucine and reinforce the muscle-building signal when paired with eggs, fish, or white meat. A simple daily strategy is to divide small portions throughout the day. In the morning, sprinkle 5-10 g of finely grated Parmesan on fried eggs or a savory oatmeal bowl. At noon, add 7-10 g to vegetable soup or whole grain pasta. In the evening, use 10-15 g mixed into green leaf salads or roasted vegetables. This distribution helps the body receive consistent muscle-building signals without increasing meal volume. Those wanting to control weight may prioritize sprinkling it over high-protein, low-starch foods to avoid excess empty calories. Those needing more calcium may aim for a total of 20-30 g Parmesan per day, neatly contributing 200–300 mg of calcium. When buying, look for authentic Parmigiano Reggiano with the embossed rind mark, with ingredients limited to milk, culture, and salt. Avoid pre-grated Parmesan, which often contains anti-caking agents or excessive salt. If you must choose package types, carefully read labels to control sodium. People with hypertension should limit to about 10–20 g per day and balance with potassium-rich vegetables. Those with chronic kidney disease must adjust portions according to medical guidance. For preparation, use a microplane grater to create fine shavings that spread evenly and melt instantly on hot dishes, saving product while still creating a rich, creamy flavor without needing extra fat. With just a few light sprinkles, Parmesan becomes a compact nutritional catalyst, making the daily meals of older adults more complete without causing heaviness or overload. The last type of cheese that closes today's list is ricotta, the ideal choice for the golden moment, right after you've gone for a walk, done some gardening, or performed a few light chair exercises. Unlike Parmesan or cottage, ricotta is made from the whey left after milk has been separated, which makes its protein light, easy to digest, and especially rich in BCAA, particularly leucine, the key to triggering the muscle-building process. On average, 100–150 g of part skim ricotta provides 11–17 g of protein, only about 120–180 kcal, and usually much less sodium compared to salty cheeses. With its fast absorption rate, this is the golden food within 30–60 minutes after activity, ensuring muscles don't miss the crucial building signal that weakens with age after 60. The greatest strength of ricotta lies in the combination of speed and tolerance. Although a 150 g portion may not provide enough leucine to strongly activate the anabolic process, you can easily make up for it with a boiled egg or by sprinkling 10–15 g of Parmesan, boosting both total protein and leucine to the effective threshold. For cardiovascular health, ricotta also has the advantage of being lower in salt than most aged cheeses, especially when choosing part skim versions with less saturated fat, making it very suitable for older adults who need to control blood pressure or cholesterol. One note is that ricotta still contains more lactose than long-aged cheeses. If your stomach is sensitive, start with 80–100 g to test tolerance, then gradually increase as digestion improves. In daily life, its usage is highly versatile. Spread 120 g of ricotta on a slice of whole grain bread, sprinkle black pepper and a bit of lemon zest, add a few tomato slices or rocket leaves for a quick snack. Mix 100 g ricotta into savory oatmeal with spinach, topped with a sprinkle of Parmesan for sufficient leucine. Or blend 120 g ricotta with unsweetened almond milk, some berries, and vanilla to create a light, restorative smoothie. You can even use 120 g ricotta as a pasta sauce. Add lemon, pepper, and herbs, mix with whole grain pasta and green vegetables, as long as you keep the pasta portion moderate so as not to dilute the protein effect. Most importantly, timing. Prioritize consuming it within 1 hour after activity to maximize the recovery window. If used outside this time frame, combine ricotta with another protein source to bring the total protein per meal to 25–30 g. And in the next section, I will suggest a simple 14-day schedule, showing how to distribute cottage, Parmesan, and ricotta into morning post-exercise pre-sleep, along with specific notes for those with high blood pressure, lipid disorders, or prediabetes. The most important thing for muscles to truly respond does not only lie in eating enough protein, but also in eating the right dose and at the right time. Studies, including a report published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, all point out that each main meal of older adults needs to reach about 25–30 g of quality protein to cross the threshold for muscle-building activation. If most protein is concentrated at dinner while breakfast and lunch contain too little, muscles lack the anabolic signal all day, leading to more muscle breakdown and unstable blood sugar fluctuations. Therefore, evenly distributing protein across breakfast, lunch, dinner is the core principle. When combined with exercise, the effect doubles. Just 20–30 minutes of brisk walking, 2–3 sets of chair sit-to-stands, climbing a few flights of stairs, or using resistance bands for 10–15 minutes puts the body into a state sensitive to amino acids within the next 60–90 minutes. This is the golden window to add a small protein-rich meal. Easy examples. Spread 120 g ricotta on whole grain bread, or mix 150 g cottage with low-sugar fruit, or a lentil salad sprinkled with 710 g parmesan right after an afternoon walk. A one-day meal plan can rotate as follows. In the morning, 150-200 g plain cottage cheese, tilde 20-24 g protein with 60-80 g berries and 1 teaspoon chia seeds or crushed almonds, reaching nearly 25 g protein. At lunch, a bowl of colorful vegetables with 100-150 g lentils or tofu, 15-20 g protein plus parmesan for leucine and calcium, totaling about 25-30 g protein. At dinner, 60-70 g whole grain pasta mixed with 120-150 g part skim ricotta and plenty of greens, just enough for 25-30 g protein without making the stomach heavy. Overall, the daily total reaches 75-85 g protein, a reasonable level for those weighing 60-70 kg, approximately 1.01 g/kg/day, unless a doctor gives specific recommendations. Beyond preserving muscle, the benefits extend broadly. Calcium accompanying protein helps maintain strong bones. Essential amino acids stabilize nerve transmission, improving focus. Protein-rich meals slow carbohydrate absorption, preventing post-meal blood sugar spikes. Casein and tryptophan, especially when using cottage 60-90 minutes before sleep, also support deeper rest. Practical notes: choose low-sodium types, cottage, ricotta. Use authentic Parmesan, Parmigiano Reggiano, in small amounts spread throughout the day. Avoid pairing with processed foods high in salt or sugar. Those sensitive to lactose should start with small portions or opt for aged cheeses. When protein strategy is placed within a diet rich in vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, or fatty fish, people after 60 not only preserve muscle but also maintain strong bones, a healthy heart, and a sharp mind. Once the theory of distributing protein at the right time in the right type is applied in practice, the results are often clearer than we think. At the clinic, the framework of 3 types of cheese combined with 25-30 g protein per meal has produced many encouraging stories. Mr. Peter, 69, once had weak thigh muscles due to little activity, began his day with 180 g cottage, added 7 g parmesan to a vegetable-rich lunch, and 130 g ricotta within 1 hour after a 25-minute brisk walk. He also maintained 3 sets of sit-to-stand from a chair daily. After 6 weeks, his time to stand up 5 times dropped from 18 seconds to 12 seconds. He could climb 1 floor of stairs without holding the railing. His pulse and blood pressure stayed stable, and his weight did not change. Another example is Mrs. B. Name withheld upon request, 74 years old, often staggered when turning her head. After switching to a similar model but reducing the dinner portion, while also practicing heel-to-toe walking for 10 minutes and single-leg balance a few times each day, after 8 weeks she walked 0.3 seconds faster over a 4-meter distance, the number of missed steps clearly decreased, and she gained confidence to go out for short walks. Meanwhile, Mrs. T. 70 with chronic knee pain added 150 g cottage before sleep 90 minutes a few nights per week and ricotta after each walk. As her thigh muscles strengthened, her pain decreased, standing up from a chair became easier, and the number of nights awakened by pain dropped from 4 times per week to only 1-2. These changes reflect scientific evidence. Clinical nutrition shows that older adults who distribute protein evenly throughout the day synthesize muscle significantly better than those who concentrated at dinner. The Journal of Dairy Science confirms that cheese provides easily absorbed leucine, while aged cheese is lower in lactose and higher in calcium. Nutrition and Metabolism emphasizes that the leucine threshold after exercise is the key to triggering muscle building. When integrating 2-3 reasonable cheese servings into the diet, combined with simple exercises like brisk walking, sit-to-stand, or heel-to-toe practice, most people over 60 can feel improvements in strength, balance, and flexibility day by day, without needing to rely on expensive supplements. At this point, the important question is no longer which type of cheese should be eaten, but how to turn them into a sustainable habit so that the muscles truly recover after the age of 60. The answer lies in a clear, easy-to-implement, and measurable 90-day plan. Each day, you only need to maintain 2-3 servings from the 3 types of cheese mentioned. distributed at the times when the body responds best. For example, start the morning with 150-200 g cottage to awaken anabolism. After a walk or light exercise, within 60 minutes add 120-150 g ricotta. During the day, sprinkle 5-10 g parmesan onto eggs, vegetables, soups, or whole grains. With this approach, you already have 60-70% of your protein needs, with the rest flexible from fish, eggs, beans, or yogurt. Tracking progress also needs to be simple yet consistent. Record a food diary, type of cheese, amount consumed, accompanying foods, and feelings after 2 hours. Measure arm and thigh circumference weekly, try the sit-to-stand test, or walk 4 meters every 2 weeks. The goal is the trend of improvement, not absolute numbers. In the first 30 days, you will notice more stable energy, less disrupted sleep if using cottage before bed. By 60 days, walking speed, muscle strength, and sense of steadiness clearly improve. Thank you for staying with Health Journey until the end of this video. If you found the content useful, please hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming topics on senior health. Each share of yours may be the motivation for someone else to start changing, and perhaps that very action will help them gain many more years of healthy living.